In November of 2024, Bitcoin broke out above a massive technical resistance. After consolidating above it for a few months, price failed to stick the breakout, and Bitcoin broke back below that technical level. In technical analysis, this is what you call a false breakout. If you watched our last crypto video, we said that as long as Bitcoin holds above this level, we remain positive on the fact that the crypto market can continue its bull market. What we've just seen is a massive technical breakdown, and it's giving many investors bad memories from 2021 when Bitcoin also broke out above a significant resistance level at $61,000 in October of 2021, only to break back below it just a month later, printing a similar false breakout pattern, ultimately leading to an 80% decline over the next year. Today, there are similarities between the two events, but there are also key differences. For instance, the President of the United States has just declared that the government will be creating a strategic crypto government reserve that will of course be including Bitcoin. This marks an absolutely major turning point for Bitcoin's future. Despite this, Bitcoin is falling precipitously. So is this strategic reserve announcement a sell the noose event following this massive false breakout pattern, or should we be expecting this to print a bottom on Bitcoin that's getting ready to actually run higher? By the way, we just launched a new YouTube channel that covers exclusively crypto research. We'll be posting a ton of research on the cryptocurrency market on the Bravos Research Digital Assets channel. We also have a Discord group where you can access all of our trades on the cryptocurrency market completely for free. These are the Bravos professional traders giving our personal trades on the crypto market. Again, you can access this completely for free by clicking on the link down below. So does a Bitcoin strategic reserve actually mean anything for Bitcoin's price? The United States strategic gold reserves amount to approximately $748 billion. Bitcoin's market cap is around $1.6 trillion. So if we assume that the government develops a similar strategic reserve to the one it has for gold, that could lead to around a 50% increase in Bitcoin's price. And this story has of course gotten a lot of crypto enthusiasts very excited. But keep in mind that between September of 2024 before the election and December of 2024 after Donald Trump's victory, Bitcoin rose by 94%, and rumors around a Bitcoin strategic reserve were already being thrown around back then. So it is possible that a lot of the crypto reserve narrative was already priced in during this big run up in Bitcoin's price, and now Bitcoin is looking at other risks present in the market right now. For instance, that the US stock market, for example, has been falling quite aggressively over the course of the last month. But we happen to think that this strategic reserve announcement actually has a lot more weight than people think and could be setting up Bitcoin for another major leg higher in 2025. After all, the United States government is not the only one to have strategic reserves. If you look at the value of international gold reserves, that amounts to about $2 trillion, which actually exceeds Bitcoin's current market cap. Additionally, having the US government own Bitcoin adds credibility and confidence to this asset class that is entirely based on credibility and confidence. Bitcoin's run-up since December of 2022 has been entirely based on the idea that institutional investors are adopting Bitcoin as a new asset class. The launch of the Bitcoin ETF in November sparked immediate optimism around crypto, and Bitcoin is still up about 85% since the ETF's launch. In our view, Bitcoin's adoption as an asset class is no different to gold's adoption as an asset class in the early 2000s. The first United States gold ETF that allowed institutional money to invest into gold was launched in November of 2004. This marked the beginning of a major bull market in gold prices that rose by about 400% from that moment on. But as you can see, this didn't happen overnight. The rise in gold prices was quite gradual, with multiple pullbacks along the way. In fact, if we overlay gold's bull market from the early 2000s on top of Bitcoin's current bull market, the two don't look all that different. So although this pullback that we're seeing on Bitcoin might look dangerous and feel very painful to people that were overextended on the crypto trade, for now it doesn't seem like it derails this overall theme of Bitcoin institutional adoption. If money continues to flow into this asset class like money flowed into gold in the early 2000s, it could be that this dip proves to be a significant buying opportunity for Bitcoin. One of the ways we can see whether that's happening is by looking at the activity on Bitcoin's network, or in other words, the number of transactions that are being made on the Bitcoin network. This is what the number of transactions on the Bitcoin network looks like going back to 2009, and when we overlay the price of Bitcoin on top, we see the two are very naturally interconnected. connected. Over time, the number of transactions on the Bitcoin network has increased as more investors have been joining in, and that has generally been accompanied with a rising Bitcoin price. In fact, we can see more specifically between early 2023 and late 2024, the number of transactions on the Bitcoin network rose, and that was also generally accompanied with a rising Bitcoin price. More recently, however, the activity on the Bitcoin network has dropped, and you could argue that that hasn't helped in the recent correction. So if we're betting long on Bitcoin today, we really want to see activity on the network pick back up again. Well, that's where we come back to this crypto strategic reserve. One could argue that this could lead to another pickup in interest on Bitcoin. For instance, if you look at what happened following the Bitcoin ETF launch, that did spark some interest in the Bitcoin network. So despite this false breakout on Bitcoin, we do remain quite bullish on Bitcoin in 2025 from a fundamental standpoint. But as traders, we cannot disregard price action. We've just seen a major technical breakdown on Bitcoin, which is not a great sign. Right now, Bitcoin is at crossroads. It's coming back in to test a key upwards trend line right here, and it's also currently testing the 200-day moving average, which has acted as a zone of support throughout this current bull market. So right now, Bitcoin is in no man's land, stuck between a huge resistance level and a huge zone of support. Breaking below this zone of support opens the door for Bitcoin to move all the way back down to $60,000. If Bitcoin is able to break back above $95,000, however, that puts price back in a very strong technical posture and opens the door up for a resumption of the bull market. Again, make sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, and if you want to have access to all of our trades on the crypto market, check out our free crypto membership.